On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it is time for football here at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now the NFL's third leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. And Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football, but that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Only a yard on the completion in 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might.
Touchdown! Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. Here's 3rd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. On 3rd down, Henry breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up past the 30.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Fights through him, and he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 yards to go, second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that third and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those third. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Watson now going to run the option right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
the touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
From the end zone, here's Julius Chestnut. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tannehill. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. In motion left goes Burks. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? On 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee.
And taken right on the 30.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, here's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Third and 5.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Chubb producing on that run, and he produces year after year for the Browns. Third in the league with over 1,500 yards in 2022. He quietly is in the top 20 all-time in both yards and touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
He's still on his feet.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Down Peoples-Jones.
62 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the third quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
No gain on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
On first down, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down and 4.
To throw is Tannehill. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to the ground now. It's Henry.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Again, it's Henry. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Henry up the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Chigakakwo.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Fighting through, he's got space.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And Chubb will try the middle here. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Watson on 1st down.
He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Chubb will get the call running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Tannehill on first down. And he's got some space here. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Tannehill to throw. It's complete. Burks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 1st down. Tannehill.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Tannehill.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Full connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now Watson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.